Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. Jacques. What's going on, folks? What's happening? What up, Jacques? You just coming back from the game, seeing the game live there in the city. And hey, the Tennessee Titans are now 0-2, folks. 24-17 to the New York Jets. If you guys aren't pissed off or just sitting there just scratching your head like I am, man, I don't know how you're breathing right now, man. This is unbelievable. We're losing. We've lost to two teams whose offense is so-so, man. And right now, Jacques, we're 0-2, bro. That doesn't look good, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. And like you said, I was live and indirect at the game. Shout out to I guess the Titans, but there was a lot of Packers fans there. A lot of Packers fans.
You mean Jets fans?
I mean Jets fans. My bad. I'm already thinking about the Packers game, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
It's a lot of Jets fans, man. Again, another interesting outing to say the least. But we're gonna talk about it, dude. This right here is unique. But Hawk, let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, dog. I ain't got too much to say.
Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, by the way. If you're watching it on any other platform, this isn't live on YouTube or anything. It's live on Bleacher Report. So just want to let y'all know that as well. All right, so the Tennessee Titans are now 0-2, losing to the New York Jets of a score of 24-17. Again, here in Nashville. The Jets walk away from Nashville with the win, going back to New York, New Jersey. So, Jacques, we lost this game, bro. I'm sure we could talk 4 hours on why we lost this game, man. We're fresh from losing this game. Literally, I'm really ticked off. My eyes are red right now. You just can't see it. What would you say is the biggest reason? We got this poll question out there. What is the biggest reason why the Tennessee Titans lost this game to the New York Jets?
So the biggest reason, there's a couple of reasons, but the biggest reason, and I hate to do this, but Levis did it again. He had a stupid turnover where they play again. And I'm surprised that he did it again. He did it again. But this time, it was a fumble, and it cost us points. It cost us points because that could have been 3 extra points that we had that would have helped us win this game. It cost us points, man. Will Levis did it again. And I don't know how you coach. I don't know how you coach that out of somebody. I just don't. It's almost like you are what you are, if that makes sense. And it's like you wishing, you hoping, you're trying to just like, hey, man, don't do nothing stupid. Please don't do nothing stupid. Please don't. I can't hold your hand because I can't go on the field with you. This is not Pee Wee football. I can't be right behind you, tell you which way to go, how to go. Hey, don't throw this. I can't do that. And then he turns around and throws another turnover-worthy play, which is an interception of Burks. Now, I can give him kind of grace on that because he at least attempted to make a play, right? To a player, right?
Yep.
To a player. He attempted. And Burks, again, should have came down with that catch. But I'm gonna get on the wheel again. That's double coverage, my guy. That's double coverage, man. You gotta make smart decisions. But I would say this again. It does not surprise me. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying this through this entire season. Will Levis is gonna give you some amazing stuff. It's gonna look amazing. And it's gonna be in the same series. He's gonna give you some okay things. He'll be like, okay, that was all right. And he going to give you the worst of the worst at the wrong time. And he's proven me right twice at the wrong time. That's who lost this game, man. That's the biggest reason. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. Let me tell you the biggest reason why the Titans lost this game. It's offensive play calling. Oh, I know, like how is that, right? So Jacques and I talked earlier while Jacques was at the game. The play calling is really based on your quarterback. Okay? They do not trust Will Levis. They cannot open the backpack and bring the plays that we need in order for us to succeed. I know that. You can see it in Brian Callahan's face. And then when Callahan, after Will Levis made the stupid play, Callahan was like, what the F are you doing? What are you doing? You're better than that. You're better than you're costing us this game. We were in the red zone and you want to flip the ball again. Didn't I just tell you last week not to do this? And you did it again? So now Bill Callahan, Brian Callahan, the whole offense, they got to go back and talk like, hey, man, we really want to go to chapter 2 in this playbook, but we can't do that. And so what happens is you start playing vanilla, right? If you look at the throws towards the middle to the end of the game, all Will Levis was doing was throwing it deep, man, right? There was not really any special plays or anything like that. They did that early. The play calling was great up to when that fumble happened. And it's like, we can't trust Will Levis enough to do certain plays, screens, play action and those things because he's going to mess up. So we're going to make it more comfortable for Will Levis, have him throw down the field because that's what he likes to do. He wants to be a gunslinger. So that's all we did towards the end of the game. We ran the ball and just threw it deep. And that's not how you're going to win. You're not going to win like that. So it's a culmination of Will Levis and play calling. But I really think Callahan is afraid. He's scared. He's like, oh, my God, it's Friday the 13th. I got Jason and Freddy Krueger coming through. He's afraid to open up the playbook because Will Levis is not efficient. Will Levis, again, we had 2 turnovers. The Jets had none. You can't win with turnovers. You just can't do it. And Will Levis with the interception, also with the fumble, just can't do that, man. So I'm going to say lack of play calling. They just were not able to open up the playbook. That's what caused us to lose this game. We have to open up the playbook. For the rest of the season, y'all, we have to open up the playbook. We have to, or we're not going to win. Our defense is going to do well enough, but to win games, you got to score points. And we can't right now because our quarterback sucks right now. So that's my answer to that, Jacques.
All right, good stuff, man. So let me ask you this. And I know this is an interesting question that we were asking earlier, but does he start week 3?
Will Levis does not start week 3.
Oh.
He does not. He doesn't. I think Callahan has had it with Will Levis. I know it's early in the season. We got the poll question out there. I'm sure most people will say, that he probably would, but I don't think so, Jacques. I think he doesn't. I think Callahan, when you heard him in the at halftime, they asked him about his defense. Oh, our defense is great. Our defense is doing great. We got to get our offense in shape. He knows we've lost 2 games, 2 free games that we should have won. And he's putting the finger on Will Levis. He is. It's so early in the season for your coach to be that frustrated. And, Jacques, I know you said you saw a clip, and I'll let you cook on that as far as what he has already said. Mm-hmm. I do not think Will Levis will start week 3. I think he's going to sit Will Levis down, calm him down. And I'm not going to put the whole loss on Will Levis. Let me just make that clear. Because let's not act like the special teams did a great job because they didn't. I'm talking about the punt team, right? 2 weeks in a row, you get a punt block. The coach might need to be evaluated, the special teams coach, right? So it's not just say Will Levis, but Will Levis has been the biggest reason, not the only reason. So I actually do not think Will Levis will start week 3. And it's not to say I'm benching you forever for the rest of the season, but we need to sit you down. We need to see what else we can do out here, man, because we can't have 17 points on the board every week. So what about you, Jacques?
I think he will start. I think the turning point is you just had a Green Bay team that just won with Malik Willis, okay, 16-10. Shout out to them for beating the Colts because at least that keeps us in some type of race in the AFC South. But I think he does start because you don't want to kill his confidence, right? And I know you said, calming him down or whatnot, but you kind of find out what do you have? We already kind of know what we have, if that makes sense. And if I sit him down now, it's just telling me we're just giving up on you for the rest. Because if I sit you down now and Mason is successful, then what do I do with you next year, right? Or what do I do with you latter part of the season? So I'm gonna keep trying to see if I can work with you on some things. I don't know what I can work with you on, but I'm gonna try to work with you on something. But Callahan in his presser did say that it cost us points. It cost us points. He said that was a stupid play and it cost us points. Seriously, it just cost us points. So I do think he'll start week 3. But if we lose to a Malik-led Green Bay Packers team, then that's when I think the conversation will start after that, where, okay, bro, you got to go sit down. Or they might pull him in the middle of the game. Like, it just is what it is right at this point. So,
yeah. Yeah. Understood, man. Understood. And hey, I feel you 100%. And shout out to those in the comment section. You know, one thing we ain't talked about, Jacques, honestly, bro, our offensive line today too, man. Especially Dylan Radins, man. Somebody said Dylan Radins was you know what today. Shout out to Snapping Forte. I totally agree with that. He was. Our offensive line did not do well in the second half, especially in pass blocking. So not to give that as an excuse, but it's the truth. We didn't do it. We have the youngest offensive line group in the league, but we did play bad. So Jacques, I know it's early. It's week 2 of the NFL season. I saw a stat, man, and I told you about this too, man. I was just kind of like, wow. They say that teams that start 0-2 only make the playoffs 5% of the time. Now, it's a different situation over the last few years because it's 17 games. I don't know if it's 16 games, if that made a difference in the numbers. I have a wild question to ask you, Jock, and those in the comment section, I want you all answering this as well. It's in the poll question. Will the Tennessee Titans make the playoffs?
No, they will not make the playoffs. You just dropped one to the Jets. Now, the AFC games are important. So now, say if we're in a tie with the Jets or race with the playoffs, and we kind of kept kicking on at the end of the season, no, because again, especially if you continue to play like this, if you continue, we're competitive. Yes, we are, but I don't think we just have enough specifically on offense to make the playoffs. Now, if you make a transition to Mason Rudolph, I still don't. He'll give you some type of something, which we'll talk about in a minute. But again, I just don't think you're in an 0-2 hole. And again, the Jets didn't impress me, right? But they still hold the tiebreakers. I don't know if y'all understand tiebreakers when it comes to playoff berths. Say if we in a head-to-head running with the Jets, and they happen to have the same record, same everything, they're going to outpace us. They're going to be in the playoffs automatically. So that's why it's important. I don't mind dropping NFC games. I don't. But AFC games, I want to win those because that helps us mathematically get into the playoffs if we get on a run. So no, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. We have a lot of cleanup we have to do. We have to get in our house. We have to clean up our house. We have to slow it down. We have to figure out our identity because at this point, what are we specifically on offense? We know we are on defense, but what are we on offense? We don't have an identity. What do we do? We run the ball, we pass the ball, we do this, we do that, we do this. And you're supposed to figure that out in the preseason.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? This is why I was an advocate. Will needs to play in the preseason. He needs to play in the preseason. That offensive line, they need to play. Calvin, you might need to get out there too because it's continuity. In these early games like this, you drop them early. So no, I don't think we will. What about you, Hawk? You think we're going to the playoffs?
No, I don't. I don't because again, offensively, 2 games in a row where our offense didn't do what they needed to do. Our defense held as strong as they could, right? And what ends up happening is your defense keeps playing well, doing the best they can for a long game, right? The Jets had the ball for 30 minutes this game, doing the best they can. And then when they realize, man, we're not winning this game because our offense can't score points, you know what the defense starts doing? They start going back like, you know what? I ain't doing that no more. I'm not taking that extra step, tearing Achilles. I'm not going to sit there and, take on 2 or 3 blockers to the strength of my ability. I'm not going to sit there and make an extra tackle. Those things happen. Football is an emotional sport. We're pissed off just like you all are, right? Football will do that to you. I think the offense is going to end up crumbling the defense. Mm-hmm. It's going to take our offense to do a 360. And I don't know. I don't know if we have enough at the quarterback position. I don't. And I really don't think we have enough in the offensive line. I don't think we have enough to make the playoffs. We have receivers. Our running backs are pretty decent. They're pretty good. Like Tony Pollard ran pretty well. Given the opportunities, he had 17 carries for 61 yards. And I even thought Will Levis ran the ball well when he had opportunity. So our run game wasn't too bad. It could be better, but I just think right now, looking at this, man, offensively, we got problems. You got to score points. You can be the best defense in the league. You don't score points, you're not going to win any ball games. And the defense, inside linebackers, Ernest Jones and Kenneth Murray, they were all over the field today. Harold Landry played an incredible game there with 2 sacks, but I don't see it, Jacques. I don't see us making the playoffs, man. I hate that because our defense is a playoff defense. Mm-hmm. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it.
Ain't this deja vu? This is deja vu. This is deja vu again. When we lost to Cincy in the playoffs, we had a hell of a defense around here.
Yep, that's right, bro.
I understand fans. Overheard some fans saying nothing feels new, and I understand that. Nothing feels new. It's just different personnel. It's just nothing feels new. So anyway, Hulk, let me ask you a question. Would be 2-0 if Mason Rudolph started at the beginning of the season?
Yes, we would be 2-0. Yes, we would be 2-0. It doesn't take much to beat the Jets nor the Bears offensively. It just really don't make mistakes, right? Don't make mistakes. The Will Levis fumble he had against the Bears, he did the exact same thing against the Jets. The only difference is the Bears scored, the Jets didn't, but we were right there in the red zone. We would at least get 3 points that game, right? At least at this game. When you look at it statistically, right, even for this game overall, the Jets. I mean, look at the stats. The Jets overall, they were okay. I mean, it wasn't nothing special. You look at passing yards, 165 yards, and 100 yards rushing. I mean, that's not anything special. So it wasn't as if their offense was killing our offense to where we quarterback to be like Patrick Mahomes out there. We just need a quarterback that's not going to make mistakes. We had the ball for 29 minutes, almost 30 minutes. It was almost even. The one biggest mistake was the turnovers. You split it in half. Those turnovers equal to 7 more points that they had, and we lost the football game, just like we did against the Bears. I do not think Mason Rudolph was going to make those mistakes. I'm not sitting here talking as if Mason Rudolph is about to start and we're going to start on a winning streak. But we're going to lose games because of him too, because he has a lot of opportunities himself. I'm not sitting here saying he's the franchise quarterback. But what I am saying over these last 2 games, we lost due to turnovers and mistakes, mostly by Will Levis. I don't think he makes those same mistakes, bro. I don't see it. So, and I might be wrong, but I don't think so. So, do you think we would be 2-0 if Mason Rudolph was out there playing?
I do. Because, again, you said it. I mean, the only thing I need you to do is manage the game. I don't need you to go out there and just be a world beater because our defense is that good. And I hate to keep harping on this, but I go back and I look at Malik, what he did in Green Bay. He wasn't a world beater, but you know what he did? He managed the game. He said, okay, I'm not going to do nothing stupid. Here you go. Here's your handoff. A touchdown. There you go. Oh, okay. I just need to hand it off again. I throw a couple of slants here. That's the only thing I need you to do. Manage the game. Manage the game. And Mason has been able to do that even when he was with the Steelers. But say Roethlisberger went down. He was able to manage the game. Fields was down. I just need you to manage the game, bro, because our defense is going to get us there. Our defense is straight, right? That's all I think I need you to do. That's all I need you to do. And at this point, I can open it up a little bit more because you've managed the game. You've done what I told. It's called coach's trust. Do I trust you? No, I don't trust you. So, yes, we probably would be 2-0 if Mason was starting because of the simple fact. Managing the game. Because that fumble in the red zone. Listen to what I'm saying. In the red zone. That could have been 3 points instead of you making a bonehead play. That's 3 points because at that point, score a touchdown. Hey, we straight. You feel me? So, I say, we would have.
Yeah. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Okay, y'all. Well, we're going to get to our favorite part of the show. It is the live chop up. For those that are watching us outside of Bleacher Report, it'll show up, but it's not live there. It is live here on Bleacher Report. We want you all to ask us questions, and we're going to fire off answers for you. So throw those questions in the chat. Throw your questions. We're going to answer them, man, for sure.
Yeah. So, and again, shout out again. When I say this, when the NFL gets tape on you, they know your tendencies, right?
Yep.
When they get tape on you, man, they know your tendencies.
Yep.
So you got a question now. What was the bright spot for the Titans? Well, if I'm looking at this opportunity, I'm saying Calvin Ridley waking up was huge. That was huge. Because it gives you another option. Shout out to Calvin, man. He showed out that even though the defense gave up some yardage, I still think our run defense needs some tweaking, if that makes sense. I still think the defense played as much as they can. They played their hearts out, bro. And again, they just fell short because of the offense. But yeah, Calvin Ridley, man, he with him waking up, it really helps. It really, really helps. It really helps.
Yeah. I tell you, I actually like Harold Landry, man. I like what he did today. Harold Landry had 2 sacks today. He played with a motor today. Now, I could attribute that as well to Jeffrey Simmons and T'Vondre Sweat, right? They still were taking on blockers, but Harold Landry took advantage of that. And you look at Aaron Rodgers overall for this game, you look at him as a quarterback, he was 18 for 30, man, 177 yards. the 2 touchdowns were just screens to running back. So that don't really count. You know what I mean? So, looking at that, man, I thought defensively, Garrett Wilson was under wraps. Breece Hall I think Breece Hall had a really good game, actually. I think running and catching the ball, it's like a total game. And then Braylon Allen started to wake up. So to your point about the run defense, but I think in the pass defense, I think overall, Harold Landry did it. He did a really good job today overall, playing with a lot of energy and making things happen. So shout out to Harold Landry. Shout out to the defense again, man. They play well enough for us to be 2-0, man, for sure.
Yep. So Dustin, let me pin this comment. There we go. He said, "Do you think the coaches trust Will Levis?" At this point, no. If you've played NCAA 25, put a 1 in the chat. And on that game, you got to earn the coach's trust. And right now, Will Levis's coach's trust bar is in red. It's at a 0. No, they don't trust him at all. They don't trust him at all. The way Callahan even said last week, if we what did he say? If we would have kept punting the ball, we would have won the game. When your coaches say that, they don't trust you. And when your coach is cussing you out on national TV, he don't trust you. He do not trust you. What about you?
Yeah. No, they don't trust him, man. And I would say this, man. And Jacques, you and I talked about this. I think I saw some good throws he made. There was some plays he made that was really good and promising. You know what I mean? But trust comes with consistency. So you can throw all day, but you make big, huge mistakes. That's a problem, dude. And so I think the trust factor is, and again, I personally don't want to seem as if that's the only reason why we lost. It's not. Mm-hmm. But I would say from a trust standpoint, no, I don't think so. And the playbook is not being open as much as they want to because they don't have trust. So no, they don't trust them. No, right. They don't. And we got that poll question out there, by the way, too, y'all.
What about the special team coaches? I'm gonna talk about special teams real quick.
Yes,
was
sir.
Jack Gibbons out there again on that block punt?
He was not. He was not.
Is it a personnel issue? Because I'm thinking I got to go back and actually look at the play because I was leaving the game around that time, so I didn't get to see it. But I need to see if it's a personnel issue. If it's a personnel issue, that can be fixed. What am I supposed to do on special teams as much as I can? I can kind of dial up mass blocks. I can do what I do. But at the end of the day, this happened last year, and we fired the last special teams coach. So at this point, I need to look at my personnel. Who do I have out there that's blocking, that's containing on the outsides? What do I have there? You know what I'm saying? Yep. I can't help if they sit in the house. Are we looking Are we looking at the catch? Are we looking at how fast? I mean, can we evaluate the overall situation versus the coach? And I think that's when you dig that deep down in your football IQ, you have to look at all aspects. Yeah, I just seen a block punt, but why is that? If I'm looking at film, I'm like, okay, let's see why. Okay, personnel wise, I have what you call right here in this zone, right here, wherever. You need to fix this. We need to chop. We need to inch over a little bit more, or we need to do this. You know what I'm saying? Where are my special team captains? So that's me. What about you, Hawk?
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Just like you all in the chat, we just saw the game, so we haven't had a chance to replay or rewind to look at the blocks that are taking place. But shout out to my brother Mark the Skeptic. He's questioning Stonehouse. He's questioning his timing in punting.
No paper,
right?
Shout out.
Yes.
Shout out.
Yes. Yes. Shout out to him. As far as when he gets the ball, how long is it taking for him to kick the ball? Where's his angle, right? When he's punting the ball, even where is his position on the field? Is he not deep enough? You know what I'm saying? Where he's catching the punt. I mean, it's a whole game to have 2 punt blocks in 2 weeks is unbelievable. Then, just like last year, that's why he got hurt in ended his season. Had a punt block. That's not normal. That's not normal. Now that could go to coaching. You look like, hey, Stonehouse, you need to back up a bit more, or you need to kick it higher or something. But again, we haven't looked at the tape to know exactly what happened on the block. But I'm looking at, okay, well, who's the constant here? Because Gibbons was not on the field. So I'm like, is it Stonehouse? So I don't know yet. We'll see.
Let me ask Snapping for Tay. Let me ask you a question. When it comes to trust, I know I like this. I like this comment. If coaches didn't trust Will, they wouldn't have called that play after his fumble. Okay, he has no choice. He got to call the play, right? When is enough enough? When do you, if you're coaching, if you're Callahan, and you say, okay, hey, he fumbled the ball. Okay, cool. I still trust him. Okay, well, you say your trust is at 45%. When is your trust? When do you say enough is enough? When do you look in your bag and you say, okay, I've seen enough. I don't trust you, bro. Right? I don't trust you. This is the second week in a row where I see situations where you put the team in jeopardy and you've cost us points. If that makes sense. If I'm saying, hey, I trust you to make the right decision. I don't need you to do bonehead stuff in the wrong time. And it's been the second week in a row, it's been in the wrong time. That means I don't trust you. Yeah, I can say I can call Z Blitz, X, Y, throw this way. I can call that any day. I'm like, okay, get it to the post. Get it to the post. That's what I need you to do. Get it to the post. I got to do that, right? I have to call a play. In order, if we're 3rd and 10, 3rd and 5, I got to call a pass play. You're my quarterback. I have to. But that doesn't mean that I trust you. Oh, I'm clenching my pearls every time you drop back, because at that point, I'm like, oh, snap, oh, snap, oh, snap, oh, snap. When I get that way, I don't trust you. And the overall temperature in the stadium at this point, it's the same thing. Everybody's on the same page. It's like, when he throws deep, oh, man, bro, you should have seen it in the stadium. We were like this. We were all on our seats, literally like this. Whew. Or if he's like that, he's like, oh, Lord, oh, man. That was the temperature in the stadium. I'm telling you, being there to see it, engaging and talking to your peers and your buddies and your fans around you, it's an interesting time, man. Not harping on you, bro, but I like the comment. I like the what you said. That shout out to you for that. So let me see what we got. I want to win, and we haven't. Let's try something new. I feel you. I see. So it sounds like Vitro Man is saying, "Hey, start Mason." I feel it. I feel it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Because the thing is too, man. The Titans lost this game by several things, right? Because again, our defense is they're not giving turnovers even. Like they're playing hard. We got the way our offense is set up right now, because we're not a big scoring offense. We got to make things sort of happen. And special teams can't afford to have blocks. Like we can't do that. But that makes it difficult to win ball games when you have to trust everything outside of your quarterback. You know what I mean? Will Levis made some good throws. I mean, the deep throw to Calvin Ridley, that was a hell of a catch by Calvin Ridley. I think a better catch than throw. But I'll give Will Levis credit on the throw in front of 2 DBs. And some of the runs that Will Levis had, you can see was sliding. You can tell like that's progress, right? But from a trust standpoint, man, trust goes a long way, man. Just like in life, it don't take much to break trust. And you see something and you see somebody act a certain way all the time, that's who they are. And it's like, do I trust them or not? To your point, Jacques, you got to play them. Ladies and gentlemen, in order for us to win, you have to open up the playbook. Now, that's on Callahan. Callahan's got to, you got to open up the playbook. We can't be vanilla. We can't just be throwing it deep and just running screens. Like we have to mix it up a bit. And hopefully that'll take place, man, as we go on to our next games, man. But, yeah.
I don't know, man. We're going to see. He said if it continues to make dumb plays. And that's my point. If next week, like you said, how not starting them, I think you should start them next week. But if next week comes down to it, then you need to, when we happen to lose to a Malik leg Green Bay's Packers team, then we got a problem. We got a problem. Then I got to start questioning certain things at that point. I'm like, okay, hey, Mason, go ahead and get in there, Will. How do we evaluate your future at that point?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? How do we evaluate it? Like,
That's right.
And he said change the whole scheme. See, the problem with changing the whole scheme, I can't change it in the middle of the season, or at the beginning of the season. Because if I change the scheme, I'm changing the scheme for everybody. That includes everything that we do from a schematic standpoint. I get where you're going, but to change the scheme to make up for the bad decision making, that's just, you can't.
Yeah, that's right. And do you all feel when these mistakes happen, it messes up the entire flow of the game for the Titans?
Yes, it does. Oh my God.
We're moving the ball and then we make a stupid turnover. Turnovers are going to happen. I'm not saying that Will Levis can't throw interceptions, but when you're doing flips and you're throwing the ball out and they get an interception or a fumble and things like that, you can even see the defense being like, damn, man. You can see the offense, just people's heads just being down, the coach going off. So it's because football's emotional. It just takes the air out of the football, man, when those mistakes happen.
Oh, the stadium. I'm telling you, after that happened, And after the second interception, the mood in the stadium did just like this. I mean, it's like a deflated ball, man. And then the Jets fans came alive. Titans fan, we were hanging in there for a minute, man. But we got on our feet. We made noise. We tried. We tried.
Yeah.
But after you, like you said, it's a deflating feeling. You just there at that point. It's like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here to support, man.
Yeah, man. Yep. So we'll go with one more question, y'all. We appreciate everybody in the comment section, man. You got any other questions, man? Throw one out there, man.
And that's my point. I can take him throwing an interception. I can take that. I can take that because it happens. The stupid stuff like that, nah, that I can't rock with, man. I can't. I can't because I got to question you at that point. Again, decision making it's not, and that was his knock on college as well. Decision making.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm gonna tell you about this. Pay attention to his pocket presence also. Pay attention to his pocket presence. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying here in the next couple of games. Pay attention to his pocket presence because some of those we can blame the offensive line, but why are you holding on to the ball too long? Some veteran quarterbacks will throw it away if you don't see it, dog. I'm just saying. Let me see. We might have a question here.
Really good.
What? Breaking up, how I can't hear you.
Okay.
I can't. Say it again.
No, just asking Mike Rice. That was a great question.
Oh, yeah. He said, what is it going to take to get a win?
You know what it's going to take, y'all? It's going to take Will Levis not to turn the football over.
Yep.
And just play within the confines of the system. Understand the teams right now, there's not a lot of offense being played out in the NFL right now. So right now, it's just about not a lot of mistakes. And when I'm speaking of mistakes, I'm not just Will Levis. I'm even the special teams. You can't have another punt block. You can't do that. If that happens, you might have to let the special teams coach go at that time. You can't have 3 or 4 weeks in a row where it's punt block. So just stop with the mistakes. Just stop. Stop turning the ball over. We win these football games. Simple. What you, John?
It's easier said than done. We can say that, but you got to show it. You got to show it. I'm tired of saying it, what he can do. You got to show me, bro. You got to show me. And not just one time, consistency. Because at this point, I think as Titans fans, we have been in this spin cycle of just inconsistent play. We get our hopes up. You got nice defenses. This happened with Vrabel teams too. And then you got Tannehill, right? And we're questioning, we're scratching our head, man. How long can we do this? How long can we do this? Now you turn around, you got Tannehill 2.0 with a better arm, with better accuracy, but bad decision making, right? Like what? Like it feels like a curse. It literally feels like a curse. It does. Let me see something. We got Snapper says. Let me see. Hold on. Let me pin your comment, bro. Hold on. He says, "Do you think Callahan needs to be more aggressive in play calling, regardless of Will if it's just dumb?"
Yes.
Session.
Yes.
How aggressive, Hawk? Do you want him to push the ball down there you want to throw it deep every time?
No, not every time, but just need to be more aggressive. I think that. Yeah, I think you need to. You have to open up the playbook. You have to do that when your defense is doing well. Yes, you do. I think we got to stop right now. We have no choice right now, man, because we're 0-2. We got to win some football games. So, what about you?
What about open it up? Yeah, open it up. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Open it up. Please open it up. I want you to open it up. Please. Yes. Yeah. That's I'm gonna leave it there. Yes, open it up.
All right.
Says what do you think Rand is thinking right now? I can tell you what he's thinking. Rand doing just like this because Rand has been cooking since the beginning. And Rand has a 5-year plan in place. And Rand probably knows, okay, insurance. What if he doesn't work? You always got to think like that. What if this doesn't work? If it works, perfect. But what if it doesn't work? What's our plan, Callahan? Oh, don't worry about it, Rand. We got a plan. And it might be 2 to 3 years from now. That plan might be executed. Might be next year. We don't know. But he has a plan. Just know Rand always has a plan. Rand is the man with the plan. What about you, Al? What do you think Rand's thinking?
I think Rand is thinking right now that the defensive guys that they have. What up, at Brett Mav? Exactly. That's what Rand is thinking. We've had that conversation. Nico 2026. He's thinking right now, let's try to keep our quarterback situation over the next year or two. Let's just try to make it happen. At some point, we're going to draft our quarterback. Me and Callahan going to draft the guy that we want. And also thinking as well too, some of the older guys that are on the team, to have their contract set up, and then man, we're looking around. So he's cooking right now, man. So I think that's what he's thinking right now. So
yep, you're 100%
right.
right, Hope. I agree 100%. I think
man.
it's yeah.
Our
defense leaked today, and Snead kept having critical penalties on third down. I think I'm gonna say about the defense, the secondary specifically, with them being new and them not playing in the preseason, that communication stuff is gonna come into play. And I get Snead getting different things, but I'd rather have Snead than what we had last year. So I could kind of take that. I could take that. I could take a penalty here or two. I can do that. As long as we got a shutdown, I'm good, bro. Defense, keep doing what you're doing. I'm not mad at you.
Sir. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Well, listen, we want to say thank you all for joining the show, man, here on Bleacher Report, man. If you're watching us as well on other platforms, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in as well, man. The Tennessee Titans again with another loss, 0-2, loss to the Jets tonight, 24-17. We got the Green Bay Packers next. And, man, listen, if you want to check us out again, you can follow us here on Bleacher Report at Lorenzo_the Hawk. You can follow Jock at Jock Merrill. Our names is listed on the video as well. You can follow us on YouTube. Please check us out on YouTube, man. Fire content at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7 and on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, man. We are in those internet streets, man.
Hey, thank y'all for watching the show and participating in the show, man. Without y'all, man, we wouldn't be here. So, again, appreciate that. Thank you, Bleacher Report, for giving us this opportunity and this platform to talk Titans and talk football, period, man. We know our football. And, again, let's get to the next. Let's try to get this bad taste out of our mouth and get to Green Bay. And, yeah, tighten up. Hawk, take us out.
Yes, sir, man. Well, listen, have a great rest of your week. We appreciate everybody tuning in, man. And as we always say, and as we always do, folks, facts,
no paper.